Hi, this is Elaine.Bayless with Inspire Coaching, and I'm bringing you this week's blog post in YouTube format. And I just want to start by talking about Steve Irwin. And, he was a fantastic, wonderful man, and his TV show was amazing. If you ever saw it, you know what I'm talking about. And I want to bring him up because my topic this week is childlike delight. And I cannot think of a single person who exemplifies that more than Steve Irwin. Now, right after my child was born, I was nursing her on demand, and if you've ever done that or you ever knew someone who did that, you know that means I was spending a lot of time in a recliner with a baby on me, basically 10 to 12 hours a day. So I watched a lot of TV, round the clock. And what I soon learned was that at 8 a.m. on the Animal Planet, Steve Irwin's show would be on, and it was wonderful. It was one of the highlights of my day would be to sit back and watch Steve Irwin love and delight in these crazy wild animals, these creatures that were actually trying to kill him, these snakes that were trying to bite him, and crocodiles trying to rip his arms off, and he thought they were wonderful and awesome and delightful. And it was such a good thing for me to see that. It was so positive and it was so uplifting to see that childlike delight. And now, 2 years later, 3 years later, I have this amazing toddler, and she demonstrates that for me every day. It is so much fun to watch the toddler experience the world. I mean, every new experience, just eyes open, and she's absorbing, and she's amazed, and I wear a new piece of jewelry, and oh, Mama, that's so pretty, and she asks for a treat, like a piece of cheese, and we get her a piece of cheese, and she'll do a dance. She has a cheese dance. I mean, and there's probably some of my listeners who also have their own cheese dances, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing. Kids show us this, it's called childlike because kids have it. This just open-armed embrace of the world around them and how wonderful it is. Now, this is something I'm passionate about for my clients, is reclaiming this sense of childlike delight. And if you've ever worked with me, you know I'm all about the treats. You got to take care of yourself. You've got to treat your five senses. You need to smile every day. Every day. Find an image that makes you smile. Listen to something beautiful or something funny. Taste something really good, something really delicious. One square of delicious dark chocolate. Smell something beautiful. Really find ways to indulge all five of your senses and smile every day. So important. Now, there's two traps that often keep us from enjoying life with this childlike delight. And the first trap that we fall into is this idea that it has to be something big, new, something we paid for. And part of it is that we've become familiar with the world, right? Your first plane flight is pretty cool. You're flying. Your 500th plane flight, you're so busy griping about the security line and the $3.50 peanut bag and the reclining of the chair in front of you that you forget to notice that you are flying in the air. So part of this is the familiarity, but part of it is just that we think, if we're not on vacation, you can't enjoy a sunset. Well, the sunset's every single day, and you can look at it every single day. Even if you're just getting out of the car to unload the kids to go to softball practice, you can take 5 seconds to look at that sunset and enjoy it. So don't get fooled that taking delight in something has to cost money or be a big deal or a big time investment. There are countless little tiny wonderful things and delights sprinkled throughout our world every day for you to enjoy and appreciate. And this brings me to my second point, which is the second trap that often enslaves us and keeps us from delighting in things. And it is this idea that's especially prevalent in sort of the Puritan culture, this American work ethic, some forms of Christianity, this idea that pleasure is suspicious. It's questionable. You're really not supposed to enjoy things that much. And if you are not familiar with this sort of line of thinking, then great. Don't fall for it because it's not true. It's not true. There is nothing wrong with pleasure. There is nothing wrong with enjoyment and delight. And on a theological or a religious level, I can tell you right now, God gave us senses, and then He filled the world with amazing and delightful things. So obviously, He intends us to use our senses to take delight in the world around us. There are dozens of ways that you can delight yourself in the world that are pure and good and entirely wholesome and beneficial to you. So I encourage you, make sure that none of these traps are holding you back. Put some smiles into your day. Thank you. I'm Elaine Bayless with Inspire Coaching.